Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good welcome to one and all. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Do we count as one and all?
Yes. All,
that's good.
All for one and all for three for.
Yes.
Yeah. One for all and all for one. But there's only three of us. Yeah.
Oh.
Hello. Good morning. No, actually. We are at a bit more civil time. It is still the morning, but it is a bit more civil time of recording our episode today, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine.
We're getting later. Maybe next time we lunchtime.
Hopefully we're all awake today.
Just about.
Yeah. You keeping well?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I just brushed my teeth, so yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Pretty fresh.
I thought you smelt quite nice. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good breath smell. Yeah.
Plus, I just finished my audio book, so that's flying high on that. That's good.
Which audio book is that?
So it's the second of the King Killer Chronicles. I can't actually remember what it's called. It's pretty good, though. Yeah, can recommend.
You can recommend it if you could remember what it was called.
I don't have to pick it up, so it's just there.
Do you want to find out before the end of the episode, in case anybody else's listeners are interested to?
You're gonna make me look it up. Words of Resistance.
Okay, Words of Resistance for anyone who would be interested to hear. And what universe is that from?
The King Killer. No, sorry. Yeah, it's good. Never mind. Carry on. I've mixed two genres. It's no good.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh well.
All right then.
Too many audiobooks on the go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the thing with authors, right? I'm waiting for the third book to come out now of two separate genres. It's so irritating.
Hey, don't at me about that, Ford.
Yeah, I know. You're thinking George R. R. aren't you?
Yes, George R. Martin.
Yeah. They just give up on the
he
first
literally
book.
takes like 5 years to write a book.
Yeah.
It's mad.
It's because they know that you've got you. Anyway, that's me.
And well done. And Devon, how are you?
I'm doing really good, thank you.
Have you finished anything recently that you can remember about?
I don't think so. I've seen this. I'm on the job hunt right now. It's a little bit of what's going on with me. I'm on a job hunt, and I've seen this very, very interesting job that would be very cool for me. So I've got all my toes and my fingers crossed with each other.
Okay.
And yeah, it was like perfect for me. So yeah, hopefully I can.
Be interested to find out more if that comes off. Then that's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. On with the business of recording a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Isn't it? That's what we came here for.
I think so.
Anything we want to share? Anything new since episode 22? We're now in episode 23. I forgot to mention that.
We've actually just, off of many recommendations, made a Facebook page for Theory of Anything. So if you search Theory of Anything or Theory of Anything podcast in the search bar, then you should get our Facebook page. Give it a like, and we obviously post things on there. So
pop up any comments that might be. Yeah, I've never been a big Facebook fan, but I've succumbed to our suggested input from other people anyway about it could be a good social media platform.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, and
pressure. That's why not.
Trinity will be doing most of the administration of that because none of us are very big Facebookers, are we? No. But we'll pop on there every now and again, and obviously everything that we're doing as a podcast will be there, and hopefully there could be a better place perhaps for conversation surrounding some of the episodes, as Twitter doesn't always lend itself well to ongoing conversation, perhaps. I don't know, but anyway. That's the way I see it anyway. It might be a better way for people to comment.
Yeah, and obviously not everyone has Twitter or whatever it is.
No.
Everyone has Facebook.
There are more people on Facebook, I think, yeah.
I don't know these days.
Is it going out of favour, do you think?
Yeah, with the younger people, younger people are getting Twitter more than Facebook now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Which is interesting because when I first went on Twitter, probably in about 2008, I was an early adopter of Twitter, and when I went on it, nobody had ever heard of it. And it was very much a more serious social media platform, and it feels like the tables have turned a little bit now.
I was tweeting before Twitter was cool.
Yeah. An early adopter is the phrase.
I mean, what I like about Twitter is that you can choose what you would have on your Facebook, on your feed, news feed.
Yeah.
So, unlike Facebook, you don't have to with some people you have to request a follow. But you can just go, oh, there's this famous person that I like, or there's this author that I like, follow them. I can see everything they post. They don't have to friend me back or anything like that.
True.
So you can kind of decide what's on your feed, which is quite nice.
Yeah. FYI, I've just looked on the Google Play, which is where you get all the apps for on Apple. No, sorry, not Apple. Oh my goodness.
Google.
Yeah.
It's not a swear word, you know.
Oh my goodness. Dare I say Apple?
Please bleep that out for me. No, sorry, I've gone on to the Android App Store, as it were. There's 5 billion for Facebook and only 500 million for Twitter.
Yes.
So among the Android users, I'm
Still
thinking
a long way
Facebook.
behind. Yeah, Facebook's the
I mean,
thing.
obviously that's totals, not current curve of
not what
popularity.
people are using now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on, shall we?
Forwards. Segment. Subject.
We've talked about superheroes before, and I know you guys hate all things hopeful and good in this world. Am I right?
Where'd you get that idea?
Because we don't like Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You like your dark and gritty, don't you?
oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're
Yeah.
referring to. Okay, yeah.
Well, in the year of our Lord 2006,
Yeah.
a more grounded and cynical look on the classic superhero people came out in the form of a TV show called Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yes. How did you feel about that show?
I think it was revolutionary. I don't think
was.
that kind of view on superheroes was actually mainstreamed yet, and it was actually really cool. It's like, oh, they're just a person. They've got struggles, like he's got an alcoholic problem or whatever, but he's actually a superhero as well. They haven't got like big capes or anything like that, which was new for the time. So
They're ordinary people. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
With superpowers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you've seen that come into more of the daylight with other, like even with Marvel and DC, like they haven't always got like really ridiculous outfits and things. Obviously they do still a lot of the time, but they've still got their own individual issues as well. Whereas obviously it used to be like Superman is the perfect man, and the only thing wrong with him is kryptonite. He hasn't got any personal flaws or anything like that.
I would argue that this isn't the time.
Oh.
I think
can discuss without arguing.
Unbreakable came out before this, which was probably the first. Maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot here for saying it, but I think it's probably the first thing like this. So, but that was just a film. So, yeah, superheroes that are more people-like. Yeah.
Ordinary. Yeah.
A lot of people compared this to the show Lost, which had just come out a couple of years earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that it's a show about lots of different people from all over the world, as it were, and they're all sort of working. At the end of the series, they finally come together or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Lost-like.
Lost its way a little bit, I think, as it went on. The conclusion was very dissatisfying, and a lot of people were quite upset about it. And I do feel a little bit alike with Heroes. I think the first season. How many seasons were there? Four seasons of Heroes.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I felt it was much better in the beginning, and it seemed to, I don't know, often these things, the long-running shows do sometimes run out of ideas. I don't know if that's a fair comment, or whether the writers begin but don't have a conclusion in mind when they begin.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because Heroes was originally meant to be an anthology, so at the end of every season, the cast would change. It would switch to a whole new set of people, different story altogether. But the studio was uncomfortable doing that because of the star power of the cast. They were very popular, and they didn't want to give them the boot, you know?
Yeah. I'm just remembering some of the actors, and of course there's a Star Trek connection, isn't there?
Oh, with Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, that's it.
Siler, yeah.
Yeah, that was his name. Yeah,
What
Siler,
was
the
he
bad
in
guy,
Star
wasn't he?
Trek
He was
before the
his
new revamp?
Spock. No, he wasn't.
No, 'cause
He went from his superhero, his Heroes. I think it's when he came to the fore, and people knowing him as an actor, and then when the Star Trek reboot happened, he was Spock in that, wasn't he?
Anyhow, for this segment, I've decided to do a little quiz on the show.
Yes.
Yeah? It's only a little one. For you listeners who have no idea of what Heroes is about, this is kind of a get to know you sort of thing. For all these Q's and A's, you'll get to know a bit more about the show, if you know what I mean. So it's going to be Devon versus Paps.
Heck yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
I'm looking over my shoulder.
Okay, Devon.
I'm not self-identifying.
All right, Devon. What caused the characters in the first series to get their powers?
It was a solar flare.
Not quite.
It was a solar anomaly, like something like that. It's eclipse. It's an eclipse. Oh my days.
There you go. Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Of course, that was the icon,
Yes.
wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Gosh dang.
Yeah, that was became very popular, didn't
The
it?
show's image icon was
Yeah.
the eclipse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the start of every episode.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, even though it never got mentioned really. Paps, you ready?
Yes. Okay. I'll
What?
try my
What is
best.
What is the popular household catchphrase that came out of this show?
Can't think of
That's a hard one.
catchphrase.
Really? I thought it was... When you hear it, you'll know it.
Do I get to guess if you can't get it?
Oh, you get a bonus point, do you?
Nah.
I'll guess anyway.
Yeah.
I won't get a point.
No, I give up. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've watched it.
Oh man.
What year was it?
not-
2000?
Yeah, 2006.
2006.
Well, the first series started then. Obviously, it lasted 4 years.
And did that catchphrase carry on throughout?
I don't know actually. Devon, do you know it?
It's not save the cheerleader, save the world, is it?
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
of course it is. Yeah,
That became very popular.
because it was all about the cheerleader. What was the cheerleader's character? Oh no, let's not ask questions until you finish.
Yeah.
The quiz. In case it's one of the questions. The quiz question. Yeah.
I think I've worked it so that none of the spin-offs of any of these answers will affect any of the other questions. But
Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, Devon,
Yeah.
what was everyone trying to stop happen in the first season?
Okay. They were trying to stop a nuclear explosion going off, which was thought to be a man with the ability to produce radioactiveness.
Indeed. It wasn't thought that. They knew that the nuke was going to go off. I'm going to give you the point
Because of the
anyway.
paintings.
Yeah, there was a guy making those paintings, predicting the future, and eventually it turned out that there was actually a hero with radioactive explosive abilities.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Paps.
It's all coming back to me now. I am
Yeah,
at a
good.
bit of a disadvantage because I don't have such good memory as Devon.
Oh.
But carry on. Yeah. I'll do my best.
Okay, there was a big shock in, I think it was season 3, I didn't look it up, when they revealed who Sila's parents were. Do you remember who they were?
Oh, I can remember the scene, but I can't remember.
He's the big villain of the show.
So,
Yeah.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Sila was the bad
Oh yeah,
guy.
not the parents.
But
yeah.
towards the end, didn't we begin to empathise with him? And he wasn't always a bad guy towards the end, wasn't he?
He did
We had a bit of a
fluctuate.
twist of loyalties there. I did warn you I'd be rubbish at this.
Oh no.
Who was Silas's unexpected parents?
Yes.
No, I can't think. Sorry.
No guesses.
Okay.
Go on,
It
Devon.
wasn't the Bennetts, was it?
No. It was the
Petrellis, that's what I meant. Oh,
Petrellis,
I was thinking
yeah.
of Petrellis, but I said the Bennetts. Yeah, no, man.
So it turned out that Sila was the brother of both Peter and
Nathan.
Petrelli.
Yeah.
So it's a big sort of.
Yeah.
Big reveal.
That's who I meant, but I said the wrong word.
Of course, you do know we're ruining it for anybody who might be interested to go and look at it.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's been out for like 14 years.
Yeah.
Quick math. Yeah, 14 years.
Yeah.
Devon,
Yes.
how did Peter Petrelli's powers originally work?
He would take the power from somebody, one person that he's recently just come close to, but then he would
Yes.
lose the other power that he had before that. Or he could only use the power in that distance close to them or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, not quite. I'm going to have to give you a 0 on that.
What?
He was able to use as many powers as he knew people who had those powers, but how he would trigger it is he would think about how that person made him feel.
I don't remember this.
So originally he had to be near them because that's how he was able to feel like that person was there. But when he could do that when they weren't around, which he could do eventually, he could do anything basically.
That was harsh because I think Devon was on the right tracks.
You want to give him the point?
It's not like he needs them.
I
He's
didn't-
won anyway. But yeah.
Still got a few left. You can bring it back.
I think.
I wasn't thinking at all about like him having to empathise or think how the other person was feeling. So
he could absorb other people's abilities, couldn't he?
I don't know why you're trying to get me the point.
Yeah, you're both saying that, aren't you? Yeah.
All right, then. Perhaps, how did Peter Petrelli's powers go on to work? They realised he was too overpowered, and then in the third series, I believe, they severely nerfed him.
Nerfed, yeah.
Do you remember how that worked then?
Gosh, no, I don't.
Oh man, did you guys watch the show?
Well, yes, but like I've said, it was a long time ago, and everything you're saying clicks with me, and I remember it once you say it, but I can't recall. You know, this is Go on.
Okay, so they severely nerfed him by saying that he could only have one ability at a time. He would touch someone, and he would then have that ability.
Yeah.
But then when he wanted to do something else, he had to go and find someone who had a different ability and then touch them. Does that ring any bells?
I could have guessed that, couldn't I, if I thought about it well enough?
Yeah. I guess so, yeah.
I could have guessed that. Yeah.
But you don't play the system, do you? You're a fair and
I try my best.
A good participant.
Yeah.
All right, Devon. How did the company manage to round up all the superheroes? Like in general, how did they work? Again, there was a phrase.
Oh gosh, how did they do it? I mean, they used someone that helped find them, like they had the ability to find them. And then they just shot them with an anesthetic, I thought, or tranquilizer.
I feel like I should give you that point. There was a phrase they always used to say, one of us and one of them. They would team up a human with a superpower person.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
I remember now.
They'd round people up. Okay, Paps. How did season 4 bring an end to the series? Do you remember how it all ended? There was a finale, as it were.
No, I can't remember which season. There was a big explosion in a city, isn't there, where the nuclear bomb goes off? But I can't think if that was the end of season 4, or if that was the end of one of the earlier seasons.
That was the first one that we talked
about. Was it the end of season 1?
Yeah, Peter exploded.
Was there a group of people in a carnival or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Season 2. Was that later?
A travelling circus or something like that.
Yeah, season 4 was all about a travelling circus.
Okay, all right. So I'm on the right page, but I just don't know the answer.
Fair enough. Devon, do you know?
He wanted to get as many superheroes around him, the guy, because
Carnival guy.
Carnival guy. Because when superheroes are around him, his powers increases, and he can control the Earth. So he wanted to destroy a whole city, or then become the most powerful person ever. I can't remember what happened now.
Right. Well, they managed to stop him, and the big finale was that Claire jumps off of a Ferris wheel, and it's all been videoed, and she comes out to the world as some sort of superhero. Yeah. So the big finale was that now people know that they exist, as it were.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which was kind of weird because I didn't really think it was a big deal that it was a secret, you know. Okay. But that's how they left it. It was like the world knows.
Was it a bit of an anticlimax? And there's never been a season 5. Yeah.
There was a reboot. I'll get into that.
Okay.
Final question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Devon.
Yep.
Who has the best power?
I know my answer to this one.
Sylar. Oh no! Hiro Nakamura. Oh gosh, dang it.
Yeah. Oh, you proposed my.
There's no wrong answer.
My favourite's Hero.
I think technically
guy.
Sylar, because he can get anyone's power and he doesn't get nerfed.
Yeah.
Because he can get Hero's power.
Only if he kills them, though.
Yeah, but that's fine.
You have to be a serial killer to have Sylar's power.
No, you don't have to, though, do you?
The only time he got someone's power... Oh, no, he didn't, did he?
He does it
He
for
later
the fun.
revealed... Yeah, he later revealed in like season 4, I don't actually have to kill people. I just do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Hero, his power wasn't doing him any good, was it? Wasn't his health in danger?
Yeah.
Again, since it was supposed to be an anthology, they had to keep these characters relevant. But then they realised, all these characters are too overpowered. So throughout the series, they had to keep nerfing these people,
giving them problems.
So there was a stage where I think it was a whole season where Hero had the mind of his younger self or something. He was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then it started to affect his health and stuff like that. Yeah. It was weird. But the writers sort of backed themselves into a corner by making them very powerful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a good show. Have we all had all our questions?
That's it, yeah, 5 each.
Oh, wow. And I got 0, I think.
You got 1. You got the end one, right?
Oh, right.
So you couldn't get that one wrong. It's up to you what your favourite
Yeah,
is.
that's right, my favourite one. So I chose Hero, but you chose
Silence.
did you?
Yeah.
Jolly good.
But
there was a reboot of Heroes called Heroes Reborn.
Yeah, what happened to that?
I haven't watched it. It did come out. I guess it didn't take off because I've not.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Maybe seen
anything else apart from when it was announced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good show.
Good. Interesting thought. I'd completely forgotten about it, and it might, if I had the time, warrant a revisit, perhaps.
Yeah, I hear it doesn't hold up, and the quality decreased over time. But for a while there, it was really good.
Okay.
Could have recommended.
Nice.
Isn't it funny how some TV shows increase with time and others decrease in popularity? I mean, over time, and the later seasons are never as well thought of as the earlier.
Yeah, true.
Beginnings, yeah.
Sad.
Thank you.
Devon's segment. Subject.
Excellent. Well, going off of the back of what Ford was saying, mine kind of runs into mine quite well. Yeah, obviously we don't talk about what we're going to really be talking about, especially how we talk about them. I'm not talking about heroes, don't worry. I'm going to be talking to you about game shows.
Oh.
Because I was thinking, we like shows, and we like games.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Do you put the two together?
Yeah, good game
And
shows.
you get game
I'm really enjoying this pitch meeting. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Do you guys watch game shows at all?
Well, funnily enough, we've just really enjoyed watching Alan Carr classic game shows, is it? It's been on for 6 or 8 weeks, I think, over the last few Saturday nights in the UK. And it's been a great trip down memory lane because he's revisited some of the old game shows from the 80s, like Play Your Cards Right, what's it called? The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Come On Down, show where you have to guess the prices of products. What was the other one? Bullseye. Yeah, you probably won't be familiar with those, but I've really enjoyed those, and it's made me think actually they don't make TV game shows like they used to. But having said that, I do enjoy a bit of The Chase. I do enjoy The Chase. Yeah, that can be quite good.
I like does Total Wipeout count?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I like Total Wipeout. That's the American version, not the British one where they got, what was it, Jeremy? No, not Jeremy Clarkson. Who's the short one?
The hamster.
Richard Hammond.
Richard Hammond, that's it.
Yeah, he didn't really do it very well. So the UK one's not so fun.
I think it's good, but not as good, maybe. Yeah.
I remember we used to come home on Sunday and have dinner. It would be a sandwich because we were at church or whatever, and watch The Cube. Do you remember that?
Yes,
that was good. Yeah, that was good. Cube.
That's sort of a Sunday evening activity for us, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was fun.
It feels like, especially after what you said with Jimmy Carr, it's like you now have to try and introduce comedy to them.
Yeah.
So do you think that game shows as we knew them, like The Cube or like The Old Price is Right, or anything like that, they're kind of not really up to today's standards of what we consider entertainment because there's not enough going on. There's not enough to think about.
Yeah. I've just realised, actually, I will answer your question. I've just realised there is quite a distinct difference between a game show and a quiz show, isn't there? And you could say The Chase is more of a quiz show than a game show because it doesn't involve any kind of game, really. It's just answering questions.
I would have thought it was in the same thing, but maybe
are they the same?
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
I think some things lend themselves more to being described as a quiz show. Whereas, like The Cube is definitely a game show, isn't it? It involves a game or I'm trying to think of another. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is another favourite of mine, but that's definitely a quiz show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we're saying a quiz show has to have competitors all at the same time, where they're quizzing against each other. I don't know what the definitions are. Anyway, go back to your question.
I guess you're playing against the house in a quiz show, aren't you?
You are, yeah.
Personally, to answer your question, Devon, I feel like with modern audiences, they're going more and more online to get their
Oh, the
entertainment
humour. Yeah, humour.
and their humor and all that. And there's a lot more going on. And I feel like people, I think it's BBC mostly, doing these shows, they're kind of grasping for straws. So they're grabbing popular people,
Yeah.
rather than just randos that normally used to do it.
This guy, Mike Darnell, who co-created 500 Questions, if you remember that. He says about game shows, and there are two things that are said around the world: talent shows and game shows. One reason it sells well is that they are easy to do and cheap to produce. So every country, no matter how poor, can afford to produce them. So yeah, it's like they're really, really easy to get going because you kind of just need the set and a camera.
Yeah,
get some audience in. That kind
it's easily repeated as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just get a whole bunch of different contestants and you do it all again. You know,
I
there's
think
no new.
Yeah, I think it depends on what game show that it is as well, though. Because me and my wife are right now watching this game show on Netflix. It's called The Titan Games.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen much
The
of
what?
it?
Sorry.
The Titan Games. It's hosted by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh right.
It's really cool. It's like they have all these different activities and obstacle courses and things that they have to put these really, really fit people against.
It's very much like Gladiators. Do you remember what
Yeah.
But Gladiators ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we watched a bit of The Floor is Lava as game shown on Netflix again. But they kind of just mess around a bit and they don't really try to get the money. But on the Titan Games, like these people, like they're amazingly fit. They're going in, they're giving their all. It's like actual test of, I don't know, how far they can go.
The thing is, when you're rooting for someone, you want them to be rooting for themselves, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
They should be trying the best they can. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it's like 10 grand on the line or whatever it is. Yeah. But yeah, it seems to me like we're having to incorporate a lot of other different mediums into a game show to try and keep it relevant still, as I said, with like comedy. I didn't know what you thought about that, Dad.
It's good if you can watch a show and it brings a smile and a laugh to you, doesn't it? You know, but I think successful ones are ones where you can. There's two things with the physical things that you're rooting for somebody. You pick your contestant you want to win and you root for them, don't you? But also with a quiz show, you can play along as well, can't you? You can test your own knowledge, you know, and in a way that you can't do with something like Gladiators. You can't. There's no element of you being involved. You're just a not participant. You're
spectator.
Just an observer, a spectator. Yeah.
Whereas
with a quiz show, there is an element where you can take part and join in a bit. You know.
I love a good bit of catchphrase. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
They got a picture showing a screen on. You got to guess what the catchphrase is. Yeah, it's always fun to play those sort of games.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
So whether that answers your question,
kinda.
Humor. I think it should be fun as well. I mean, you could watch University Challenge and not have a laugh at all, couldn't you? You know, if you've ever seen that, that's just a bit dull, you know. But
harsh.
I suppose it depends. I mean, they're now, like you say, they're using game show hosts are often already successful in their own other mediums, aren't they? They could be actors or comedians or
hosts
famous
of other things,
hosts in other ways, and they get their own game show. It's the next sort of development in their careers. So, whereas years and years ago, you would just be a game show host, you know.
Yeah.
I think of. Oh no, I'm incorrect in saying that about Bruce Forsyth when he did the Generation Game, which was another classic from years gone by. Bruce Forsyth presented that for, oh gosh, I don't know how long, but what a great host of a great show, you know, and it's what he was most well known for, I think. Even.
What about The Price is Right? What about Play Your Cards Right?
Play Your Card. He did Play Your Cards Right, but wasn't as well known in that as he was the Generation Game. I don't think that came after.
Huh.
Yeah, and then of course the dancing contest, wasn't it, as well?
Oh yeah.
What do you call it? Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hosted that, didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
You know, Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's the
I
worst
don't
game.
get that. I don't get that at all. No.
Sorry to all you Deal or No Deal fans out there.
What a boring show that is. I know others like it, including my brother who loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Your uncle was a big fan of Deal or No Deal.
But he can be quite cynical when it comes to this sort of thing, couldn't he?
Yeah. He got really hooked by it, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just grab a box.
Yeah. The people who are standing behind the boxes have got no idea what's in the box, and the contestants got no idea what's in the box, and the bloke at the other end of the phone's got no idea what's in the box.
Yeah, but it's all about probabilities and how much of a risk you're willing to take. So
But they're not calculating, are they?
Well, you
They're
should.
just guessing.
You should be doing. You can go. Oh, there's so many boxes left. I've got these amounts of money down, and this person's offering me this much to stop playing now. It's like, well, do I take it? Do I want more money? Am I willing to lose this money? It's more than you're saying it is.
Some contestants go in there knowing what box they want, and that's it.
Well, yeah.
They just play the game until they get that box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is quite dumb if you just keep going, and no matter what he offers you. Then yeah, I feel like. Do you remember when was it 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 cats? Is it?
Yeah.
Whichever one it is. They did countdown.
8 out of 10 cats. Yeah.
Did
they?
Yeah, and it wasn't about doing the best you could in countdown anymore, or actually even winning countdown. It's about just the laughs, obviously, because 8 out of 10 counts. That was with Jimmy Carr as well, wasn't it?
So, yeah, well, I may have made a mistake. It wasn't Jimmy Carr who did this. It was Alan Carr. Did I say Jimmy Carr? I think I meant Alan Carr. Yeah. Because when you said Jimmy Carr for it, I was like, that didn't sound right. I'm sure
you may have said Alan Carr, but I may have heard
that. Jimmy Carr did. Is it 8 out of 10 cats? Isn't he?
Yeah.
But I maybe didn't say Alan Carr. I don't know. Anyway, Karen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't like it when the comedian's just there to make the show interesting. If you know what I mean. The show should be interesting on its own. Maybe a laugh should be there just to complement it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or else it just feels like you're watching a comedy sketch or something that's not very good.
Yeah, I suppose.
I think I saw the 8 out of 10 cats version of Countdown because between when the countdown thing was the music was going and the clock was ticking, he'd do something a bit ridiculous, didn't he?
That's it.
Yeah, and I forget some of the skits.
Like everyone's trying to concentrate on the game, and he's like doing like I don't know, some puppeteering or something like that.
Yeah, or falling from a great height and getting up. Yeah, pretend like a dummy drops to the floor and then he gets up pretending it was him.
Yeah. It's quite funny, but it takes. It's not about doing well in the game anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, but then that was they couldn't just do it as normal, otherwise it would just be Countdown, wouldn't it, with different people.
Yeah.
You know, they have to put their own slant on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually what they do when they need that kind of twist is they go, okay, this is a charity one, let's get the celebrities.
Yeah, I do like the celebrity versions.
They're not actually going to win anything, but they're going
to
win their charity.
I really do like the celebrity versions of The Chase and even Millionaire, you know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The other one I used to like that was on with was the £1 million drop, and then it was the £100,000 drop. That was a good show. And another favourite, which hasn't been on for a while, it was another Bradley Walsh thing called Cash Trapped. Do you remember that? Did you ever see that? I really enjoyed that show. I got completely addicted to that. I was recording every Tea Time episode and watching it. You know, couldn't watch it because I'd be at work, but I'd record them so I could watch them. I've never done that with any other quiz show. But a lot of people said Cash Trap was too complicated, but for me it was a great entertainment piece, you know. Yeah, anyway.
I just remember The Weakest Link. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Robertson.
Yeah.
It's scary as,
Yeah. She wasn't very nice to her contestants, was she?
No. I had nightmares.
But she made that quite funny. Did you actually
have nightmares? No, not quite.
But she made it quite funny that like then the contestants would be laughing because she's ripping into them so much or something.
Yeah.
Just a different aspect, but yeah. I mean, unless anyone's got anything else to say, I mean, that's me done.
I just wanted to introduce the subject of game shows.
Yeah, have a little chat. That's nice.
Yeah. Unless you wanted to end by saying, what's your favourite game show of all time, or something like that.
Game show, right?
What's yours, Ford?
The Cube. I thought that was really interesting, very clever. It's fun. It's fun. It's a game I thought I might be able to do, you know?
Yeah. I can't decide between, as I've mentioned already, either Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because I still love that, and I think Jeremy Clarkson does a great job of that. Again, he's brought a bit more humour into that from Chris Tarrant when he hosted it. Chris Tarrant was much more of a straight man than Jeremy Clarkson is. I enjoy that. very, very much. And this Cash Trap show that I really dearly miss because it's not on anymore. Oh dear, I think I might go Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh well, it's a classic.
Yeah.
I think I might have to agree with Ford. I
Cube.
really liked Cube.
Yeah.
Because it's like, maybe I could shoot something that straight or balance for this long or something like that. And they always had like slow motion and the atmosphere was really cool. But yeah, I really liked that.
That was a good show. I wish it was still on. Yeah.
And what's it? Philip Schofield.
Philip Schofield,
you can't knock Philip Schofield.
No, he's good presenter.
Yeah. Cool.
Again, another person who went from being a children's presenter to do all sorts of different things, hasn't he? Including game shows. Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
I think we'll wrap up with that then.
Wrap it up.
For my segment, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Paps. Segment. Subject.
Okay. Well, for the third and final time, my segment is going to be concluding my short series on Glossary of Gaming Terms. Part 3. I think we did part 1 in episode 19 and part 2 in episode 20. And now we're going to do part 3. So we got up to the S's in our last time of visiting this subject. And I was going to go read some out again. And we may have some serious and some not so serious answers as to what each of these, see how well
what are you suggesting?
Ford is on. Well, either of you can come up with some daft answers if you want. Okay, so first then, side quest. What's a side quest in terms of gaming?
I love
Quest
Ford
on the side.
goes.
I've never seen this meme. There's a big ship in the background, and there's a man on a surfboard up in the foreground on this big sea, and it just says "main quest" on the boat, and it says "whatever I'm doing right now" on the surfer guy.
Oh, right.
Like he's so far away from. Yeah. No, it's a quest you do on the side, away from the main story.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun.
A little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Well, see, in some games, which you may have experience with Skyrim, because you've been playing that a little bit recently.
Yeah, I have been playing Skyrim, yeah.
They've got actually quite big side quests, haven't they?
Yeah. It's hard to keep track of all the different quests you're involved in, actually, I'm finding.
I like to just do one thing, then finish that whole thing, then do the next one.
Yeah. But you find yourself getting another quest before... So you've got a quest list. I think mine's about eight different quests I've got running all at the same time.
Ouch,
yeah. But one of them, I haven't worked out how to tell, is probably the main quest, yeah?
Yeah.
Next one then, simulation video game, or other words, as a sim. A sim, what would that be?
Well, it sounds like a game that isn't really a game. Is it a game that's too hard, and then you're like, oh, it's just work, isn't it? It's like House Flipper, that's what it is.
House Flipper. Oh, well, that takes us back. Well, yeah.
Oh, it's too much.
Long-time listeners will enjoy that episode. Or was it episode 1 or 2, I think? Talked about House Flipper.
Yeah.
Your favourite game of all time. I don't know. What do you think, Devon?
Simulation game is a game that is intended to be as realistic as possible. So like a flight simulation or a driving simulation.
Oh, yeah, driving sims. Yeah, one of my favourite.
Simulation or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
City building games.
Yeah,
another one of my favourites. So
you've
I'm a
got
bit
a
of
lot
a
of-
Sims.
Yeah. You got a lot of like parody simulation games as well, like Goat Simulator and things like that. Where it's just like you pretend to be a goat and you're flinging yourself around the city, and it's nothing like real life because obviously goats don't attach their tongues to people and fling them in the air.
And also like sports games as well, aren't they? Football and other types of sports. They're sim games, aren't they? Where you,
driving sim. Yeah,
driving games. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to do a segment on driving games soon. I'll talk about that another time. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll move on then. Skin. What does skin mean in terms of gaming?
Ooh.
Not.
That's something you spend your money on instead of giving it to the poor.
All right.
That's what I've always thought of that.
Okay.
It's something that you can put over an appearance or an aesthetic in order to change the appearance. So say you're playing a first-person shooter, like the best one of all time, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You can get a skin that changes how your gun looks.
PUBG.
No, not PUBG. Change how your gun looks, but doesn't actually change how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, different.
Or it could be for like a skin for your character, and it has like a different T-shirt or whatever it is.
Yeah. And if you're playing Elite Dangerous, of course, you can have a skin for your spaceship.
Yeah.
And make it, colour it a different colour, or put logos on it and different imagery. Yeah.
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 Nice.
Very good. That answers that one. I thought it was going to be. I thought you were going to answer something along the lines of when you've been playing too long. You know, after about 6 or 8 hour gaming session, it's what you've rubbed off the end of your thumbs on your controller. You know, there's no. Yeah, got no skin left on your thumb. Yeah.
You're too quick for me. I'm sorry.
I was waiting for. I was waiting for that. Yeah. All right, strafing is the next one on my list.
Strafing.
Yeah. I don't know if this is an exclusive. I mean, strafing is a word that's used in other contexts, but it brought some more prominence within gaming world.
I remember in Battlefront 2, I think on PSP, you had to hold some sort of weird combination of buttons in order to strafe, and it was so hard. And you wanted to strafe while shooting. Oh yeah, so strafing's when you're walking sideways, essentially.
Yeah.
You're looking straight on, and you just
That's not
sideways.
true, Ford.
I'm being called out.
No, your definition is true, but in Battlefront 2, that's not an issue.
Oh right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it was some PSP game. I can't remember. Because it was really hard.
Well, if you use default controls, then yes, you're actually right. But you can actually change the controls where you use the triangle, square, and circle, and X to look around. So your left thumbstick, the only thumbstick on a PSP, would be movement, like WASD on a keyboard. So you can easily just go left, and it doesn't change where you look at all.
Well, that told me, didn't it? I used to use the default controller.
I will just say, this segment is meant to try and help non-gamers to understand a bit more about gaming, and that little bit there, what? I just straight over my head.
That was before.
We should talk about that off air.
So, yeah, strafing. Yeah. So, could you add anything to this definition?
No, I don't think so. Quite accurate.
I've just got in front of me though a bit more information. It's to move sideways, often to dodge incoming attacks while keeping the camera on the enemy, and also you can do circle strafing, can't you? So if you want to be a difficult target, you looking at your target and moving in circles around somebody. So yeah, is that tactic you've employed, Devon, in shooting games or not?
I guess yeah, but for some video games it's harder to do that than others, and it doesn't actually make sense to do that as much. But yeah, you can definitely.
And often people do jumping, don't they, while they're trying to not be hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that throws off your aim, so
depends what video game you're playing.
A bit risky.
Yeah, for most first-person shooters, when you jump, your inaccuracy is very high. Yeah.
All right, next one then, tank.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Nat. No, I got nothing. That's my joke for that. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
You know what it is.
Yes, no. It's where a character. You specifically build a character so that they can take a lot of damage. They don't necessarily hit hard, but they tank for the team. So they're the first one in the door.
Yeah.
And then everyone else who's more built toward doing damage then piles on the enemy, hoping that the tank will take all the hits.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
It's good. Got high health counts, yeah. So
or armor, or it depends what game you're talking.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Excellent. This one, technology tree, or I think you could say a skill tree is another way of looking at it. A skill tree, technology tree. I don't think we've talked about that yet. That could be a bit confusing. What does it mean?
Don't know.
Yeah, you do.
It's a tree is a bad word for it. It's like I don't know. It's a path of learning, essentially. Maybe you should, Devon.
I think the tree is quite a good word for it because it has different branches that you can choose different ways that you actually take the skill or technology. So you unlock one thing, the base thing. That'd be like the base of the tree. And then as you go up, you would unlock more options. So I'll go this way, so I'll go more stealthy, or go more damage, or whatever kind of game you're playing. Or if it's technology, like in Civilization, you'd be like, okay, I want to unlock a lot of culture things, so it unlocks more culture, but then you're disregarding military or science. So yeah.
Okay. Does that help? Yeah. Thank you.
Yep, I think so.
Good. Well done. Turn-based games.
This is a sort of game where you attack someone and then say truce before it's their turn.
All right.
I'd say.
Yeah.
That's my definition.
Okay.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
I don't like turn-based games personally, but yeah.
Sometimes
would you say that what is it that you guys play sometimes? Dungeons and Dragons, is that a turn-based system of gameplay? Yeah.
Well, that's tricky because in combat it's a turn-based game. Outside of combat, when you're just doing anything else, it's very much whoever wants to do whatever.
Okay.
But usually with turn-based games, either you've got those like Final Fantasy games, or they're mostly strategy games.
Right.
So like Civilization 5, which is what we play quite a lot, is you can play turn-based, or is turn-based.
Okay.
Which basically means that you take it in turns to have your turn.
Oh, I know one we've played recently on the podcast, wasn't it? That card game was a turn-based game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hearthstone.
It's awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, yeah.
Yeah.
Hated it, yeah. So I think I've judged all games by that. Really.
Oh, wow.
Turn-based games. Yeah.
Baby out with the bathwater, that's all.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't like that, because I've never liked turn-based games. So, yeah. Two more very quickly. Wall hack. This was a new one to me. I didn't understand this.
Really?
The writings on the wall.
Hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun?
Is it something to do with graffiti artists?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They're trying to hack into a wall somehow.
Okay, Phil's not going to answer properly, then I will. It is a cheat or hack that you can get for the game that you can see enemies through the wall.
Oh, I see.
So it's something that you should not be doing, and it's against the rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can see the enemy when you shouldn't be able to through the wall.
What was I playing recently that enabled that? It wasn't a cheat, it was just part of the gameplay where you had the ability to see where the enemies were.
Oh, wow. Like some sort of sonar or something like that?
Well, we were playing Payday 2, and if you see someone in the camera, it highlights them all for your friends, so you can see them through the walls.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or if you point someone out, like in Battlefield, you can like point someone out and it highlights them again.
But if it's a part of the game, you wouldn't refer to it as a wall hack, would you?
Because it's not a hack. Yeah.
No. Yeah, in the description it does say a cheat that makes walls translucent. Yeah.
Yep. It's less of walls translucent and more of you, like the enemies like are highlighted behind them.
Yeah.
So you can still see the wall.
Also, there's a possibility that you could shoot through the wall as well.
Yeah, depending on what game or what surface.
Yeah, which is a complete waste. What's the point if you're going to ruin a game by, it takes away the.
Yeah,
but you win falsely. Where's the satisfaction in that? If you're going to win, you want to win fairly, don't you? There's no joy in cheating to a win, is there? Because you haven't won.
No, I guess not. Everyone's a loser.
Oh. Finally, XP, the last one in our list.
XP.
Yeah.
Extreme punching. Have you seen One Punch Man? It's an anime. It's pretty good. Yeah. I would say he's got XP.
He gives it the hardest punch in the universe.
Yeah. So he'll take out anyone with one punch.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
Where do I find One Punch Man?
I think it's on Netflix.
Oh, right. Is it a show?
It was a comic, wasn't it?
Well, it was a manga, and then it's been put into a show, an anime.
Okay. That'd be a good superpower, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but he's really bored, as it were, so he's a reluctant superhero.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, he's very nonchalant, and he's just...
Okay.
He's looking for an enemy worth fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It means experience points.
Experience points, yeah, let's get back on point, yeah. Experience points, yeah. Any more you want to say about that?
As you gain experience points, you would then level up your character and upgrade your character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
usually most tasks that you do in a game will have an allocated amount of experience pointage, won't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that's been helpful. We've gone pretty much through the alphabet, choosing some. There's a lot more we didn't talk about because some of them just either don't crop up very often or not that interesting. But hopefully we chose the cream of the crop. And if you're not a gamer, it may have
May save your life one
helped,
day.
or it may have. If you are a gamer, you think, "What on earth are people talking about?" But if you hear people talk about games, you might hear some of those phrases used. And
all
be
those
more...
times you're at a dinner party and everyone's talking and you just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
You can start talking about this.
Yeah, you start having a chat about wall hacks, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what looked nice just there on your dining room? A wall hack. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
I think that's that.
And now it's time for Random Chatting.
Okay then, folks. Well, now we come to do our homework together. Last episode, we set ourselves the task, or actually Ford set ourselves the task, of going a bit retro and going for a text-based adventure game. Is that what we call it? What's the correct phrase?
That's the thing, because this isn't really a text-based adventure game, is it?
I don't know, isn't it?
Oh.
What did we call it?
Yeah, we did call it that, but
Yeah.
I don't think it is that. It's a bit awkward. I feel like we picked the wrong game, to be honest.
I think we might have done too, but that's
But either
beside
way,
the point.
we did it. So.
We've done it. We are where we are. We've got to. We have to pay the price, consequences. Okay, so the game. Let's go back a step. Sorry for the listeners. The game we are talking about is
Magium.
Magium. Yes, thank you. Downloadable on all the platforms. It's a very text-heavy, choice-based game with a story mode, a storyline to it. Who wants to start?
Yeah, it's very odd. Very odd game because you're playing it and obviously sometimes you can read a lot and make zero decisions, which is kind of like, well, what am I actually doing? Am I reading a book or am I playing a game?
That's what I thought. I felt like it was an interactive book more than a text-based adventure game.
Yeah.
You can get those where you're reading it and then you make a decision and you turn to that page and you carry on reading.
That's right.
Make a decision, turn to a different page, carry on.
Yeah.
It felt like that.
Yeah. The writing style was a bit. It felt like it was very young. It didn't really like intrigue me. The writing style, it felt quite boring in how it was written. Just because I think when you're writing in present tense, it's either got to be very, very dramatic, or it feels like it's a 15-year-old writing it.
Yeah, so it was very basic.
Yeah. So that was kind of a little bit off-putting. But I enjoyed how you could level up your character again and get different skills, and then you would pass certain skill checks. So someone's about to stab me, but because I had a skill or two skills in premonition, I knew he was about to stab me, so I dodged it.
Oh, I haven't got to that bit yet.
No. So you make the decisions that suit your skills best.
Yeah.
Right? So
I didn't actively click, I want to dodge. It didn't give me that option, but it's like someone's about to stab you, but because you've got premonition, you pass the check, so you don't get stabbed. I'm sure in that situation, if I had more points in combat, I would have turned around and punched him instead or something like that. But yeah, it at least feels a little bit like, oh, good thing I'd had that kind of thing, a little bit.
I'm really interested by the concept of interacting with the writer in that way. Like the decision-based stories sounds great, I think, and I've heard of that concept before, but I've never actually wanted to do it. Now that I've done something like it, it's like, oh, that's quite fun actually.
Yeah.
But this game, not so.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I used to have some books when I was a younger teenager, I guess, which a series of books. You know,
Are you an older teenager now?
No.
Okay.
I just act like one. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was a younger teenager, and these books, I've forgotten what they're called. They would be adventure games, and you read the book and you turn to page whatever, like you just described, and that is very much what this reminded me of. I didn't expect any graphics or anything else. There are other games that are text-based adventures which do have some graphical element to them. But I agree with everything else you said. I'm glad it wasn't just me. I wasn't enthralled by it at all. I don't think I've got as far through it as you have. I don't know how long the game is anticipated to play for us, but it depends how quickly you read, doesn't it? Might be interesting. Might carry on trying to play it a bit more. But the writing style was a little bit.
Did you get to the second chapter?
No.
No.
I'm not a quick reader, but it's I think I downloaded it very quickly after we set it as homework, but I've just dipped in and out of it on 2 or 3 occasions and not fully engaged with it really. Yeah.
Did you guys die?
Did I what?
No, I was trying to, but I didn't manage to.
Oh man, I died like after my second choice or whatever.
Did you?
Well, third.
Yet, no.
Wow.
What choice was that? What did you have to make? Was it when you were in the woods with the
Knife Man? Yeah.
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 In the woods.
He
with
did
the
not
knife
like
man.
my choices.
Okay.
In the woods with the knife man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Darren.
Did you go a completely different way?
It could be.
No, the knife man is threatening. Is Darren the name of the guy in suit of armour?
Yeah, the healer mage.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the guy who was attacking him.
Yes.
Absolutely mullered me. So. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Well, first time round, yeah.
I can't remember what choices I made there. I think I pretended to say. I think I said I'm not going to come out or something like that.
But that's in chapter 2.
Chapter 2? No, it's chapter 1.
I'm in chapter 2, and I'm gone onto it right now, and yeah, it's right on it.
Oh, it was the first thing I did.
Maybe you can approach this game from very different angles, in which case I'm a bit more intrigued now.
A bit more impressed now. Yeah. I have a different game experience.
Because I think it was then that the guy tried to stab me, that I had premonition that I already leveled up my character for.
Ah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because I read that I'm a bit out of my depth here.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe I made the wrong choice going that way, as it were.
Did you meet Kate?
No.
No, I've not met anybody else yet.
Gosh dang.
What have you been doing?
So, yeah, I met that knife guy bloke and decided not to reveal. He said, "Who's there?" And I didn't reveal myself. I just spoke out loud, and then he got frightened because I pretended to be somebody who'd once destroyed a city,
Right? Yeah.
using magic. Yeah, and then he got a bit nervous. Oh, okay, I'll see you two again, and left. Because he was going to kill the bloke in the armor, and I said, "Don't you do that, otherwise you have me to deal with."
Yes.
And then he ran off and left us, and then the guy in the suit of armor was eternally grateful.
Yes.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, but that was.
I think I did that as well. Yeah. I thought you meant a different time. Yeah.
No, that was very close to the beginning. Anyway, I guess one other element I think I need to mention is the and we knew it from the name. It's going to involve magic and stuff like that. And my feelings on that as a Christian. I'm not that keen on sorcery and witchcraft and things like that, and magic spells and spell casting and all that sort of thing. I think there are spiritual dangers to that. So I wouldn't encourage anybody to be playing this from a spiritual perspective either. But also because it's not that good. To be honest. If it had been brilliant, I could have said, right, if you don't take this on board, and
but still give it a try.
Yeah.
Well,
I might go on it until I die, because I haven't died yet. But yeah, hearing there's lots of different paths, like you're saying, and we have different experiences. Obviously, we play different amounts as well, but it kind of intrigues you that maybe your decisions do have a bit more of a consequence. Because right at the start, you decide if you're like excited about going into the arena or you're nervous, and it's like, well, what did that actually do?
Or
probably
afraid, what choices? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did. I got that feeling, but now as we're talking about it, perhaps we have falsely judged it that your choices had little impact on the game, but maybe it's not.
It might have.
It wasn't our best choice of homeworks, let's be honest, but we gave it a go.
I think in the future I'm going to recommend another text-based adventure game that's actually a text-based adventure game,
Yeah, okay.
I'll do a bit more research into a good one, and then maybe we'll come back to this genre.
I'm down.
what I would really like to encourage listeners to do is to let us know what games that they would like us to be looking at, and see. They don't, we could cover all genres. The only thing is, we're not rolling in money, so if we're going to spend 60 quid on a console game, all three of us, that's adds up. So I think
I'd have to buy a console.
We try to play games that either we've already got or ones that are free to download, at least initially anyway. But we're always open to suggestions.
Yeah.
True that.
So does that wrap it up? Are we going to do an appraisal?
Got to rate it, yeah.
A rating, yeah.
Oh, right. How many manically knifey men do you give this out of 10? not my best rating, but carry on.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it 4.5 manically knifing men out of 10.
That's really low.
Yeah, I was going to go
below
lower.
average.
Oh my days!
That's why I like to call it.
I was going to probably go 3.5. But yeah.
Do you think this is above average, Wood? An above average game?
Look, before we talked about it, I wasn't that impressed. But now that we've shared our experiences, I feel like actually it's got a bit more to offer than I thought. So I'd say 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
5.
It's only 0.5 away from me. It's so low.
Whoa.
I'm going to give it 5.
Yeah, but that's like bad, It's airing on bad. Yeah, you just said you want to carry on watching.
I'll carry on going until I die, yeah. But after I die, I'm uninstalling it and never seeing it again.
Alright.
What's that game mode that we play in Minecraft where you're only allowed to die once?
Hardcore mode, yeah.
Hardcore, that's it. So you're going to play this as a hardcore mode, yeah. Not try again, yeah.
Probably, anyway, unless I really enjoy it, I don't know. But so far, yeah.
So far, so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Tetchy Knifemen, that's what I was saying.
Tetchy Knifemen.
Yeah.
I'll give it 3.5 Tetchy Knifemen out of 10, yeah.
Great, okay.
Gosh, that is low. Is that the lowest one?
I am.
What did you rate Hearthstone?
I think I only did that 2, I think.
Oh, gosh.
You're not a gamer, are you?
I do like games. I've been playing games this morning. I've been playing my
train game.
Train Station 2. I've been playing SimCity, Build It. I had a go on Call of Duty World War II last night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you're more of a gamer than I am.
Yeah, I'm playing Skyrim the other day, and I've been playing the Father's Day present that Devon got me.
Have you?
CTR Racing,
Is it any good?
Crash Team Racing. It is good. It's almost identical to the one we used to play on PS2.
Is that a good thing?
But I'm not as very good at driving anymore. I'm struggling with it. Yeah, I think I have. I was always pretty good driving those little go-karts around with Crash Team Racing figures in. I used to be the mad professor bloke, didn't I? Yeah.
Dr. Nitro.
That's the one. Yeah. We'll talk about that another time when I'm doing my racing game.
I also want to hear about your experience with Skyrim as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right then.
It's homework time and farewell.
Okay then. So we're going to just quickly remind everybody we're back to reading a book again. So as we didn't complete it last time, we're going to read some more of Pilgrims Progress for next episode, episode 24.
Is it chapter 2?
Well, I don't know where I got up to because I was listening to it, wasn't I? But
it's definitely stage 2. I don't know if that equates to the chapters or not.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
From when he gets to the gate onwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. I'll listen on. And how far are we going to read into that?
Just to the next stage, I guess.
All right, then. So Pilgrim's Progress before our next episode. And then I think all I've got else to say is to look out for us on YouTube or Facebook or any of the other major platforms, podcast platforms, and you can search our Twitter feed at Theory of Anything with a TING at the end, or email us on theoryofanything@hotmail.com.
Yeah, excellent.
Don't think I've forgotten anything.
Don't think
Facebook?
so.
Did you say Facebook?
I did mention Facebook, yes. Don't forget our Facebook page is available as well. So we look forward to having feedback on all the things we've talked about.
Excellent.
Until we meet around the microphone again next time.
Ah, you said the thing.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.